Welcome back to MPWF WAR. Here we are with an interview as Kelly interviews Mr. Money in the Bank Tendanciz. Well, Tendanciz believes that he will find some kind of goodness and some kind of comfort in winning the US Championship later tonight. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we kick things off with our next match here on episode 10 of War in Japan, and this is going to be a fantastically wrestled contest, and I don't even know if that was grammatically correct, but nonetheless, Reese Bobby making his way to the ring, and it seems that he's become buddies with Ricky Cash over recent weeks. Last week he helped Ricky Cash take out Brian Adams and Zack Ryder. I mean, he teamed up with him the week before that, and now Reese Bobby will be facing the World's Heavyweight Championship. Sorry, not the World's Heavyweight Championship. He'll be facing the World's Heavyweight Champion here tonight on War. Reese Bobby says that this is his opportunity to show what he's got here in the MPWF. If he beats the World Champion tonight, then when Ricky Cash wins the championship, he says that he'll get a shot at that title. And quite frankly, knowing Ricky Cash, I doubt that's going to happen at all if Reese Bobby wins. But nonetheless, let this man believe what he believes. Let this man do his stuff inside the ring. Reese Bobby looks to defeat Brian Adams tonight on War. And here comes the World's Heavyweight Champion Brian Adams, and breaking a little kayfabe here. Brian Adams has to be worried about Michelle McCool after she was absolutely destroyed by the Scandinavian destruction machine, Helga. But Brian Adams has to probably take that off of his mind. I mean, a lot is on this guy's mind. Brian Adams' girlfriend was just absolutely dominated by Helga before the break. Zack Ryder and him seem to be arguing. I mean, they're not on the same page. Ricky Cash seems to have got inside the mind of both of them, and now he has to take on a wrestling machine in Reese Bobby. I mean, Ricky Cash's plan to win the World Championship seems to be unfolding. He seems to be trying to get inside the head of Brian Adams to make him lose focus, to knock him off of his game, so he can take the World Championship from him at Starrcade. I mean, so far it seems to be working, but I mean, can Brian Adams pull through? That's what a World Champion does. That's what Brian Adams looks to do in this match. And here we go. Reese Bobby versus Brian Adams. And now both men are engaging in the collar to elbow tie-up here. And look at Brian Adams obviously winning that battle, seeing as he is a hell of a lot stronger than Reese Bobby. And that's not taking away the strength of Bobby at all. But Brian Adams, look at this man. He is an imposing figure in the ring. But look at this reversal into a Russian leg sweep. But the problem here, this is where Reese Bobby gets the advantage. His wrestling skill, his wrestling wherewithal in the ring. Reese Bobby is technically sound. He is a technical perfectionist. I mean, that is what he brings to the ring. And now look at this. Reese Bobby, now big time T-bone suplex there, knocking over Brian Adams. And now with a knee to the face. Said Reese Bobby, as you heard in the entrance, would love to be world champion like everybody else here on the MPWF WAR roster. A nice takedown there by Reese. I mean, Reese Bobby having a United States Championship. Don't forget that Reese Bobby debuted on War. I mean, a couple weeks back. I mean, Reese Bobby really hasn't been here that long in the MPWF. It's been a short few months that he's been here, and he's already made such a big impact here on War. Nice suplex there by Brian Adams. Like I said, he already got a shot at the United States Championship at MPWF TLC. Now he's facing the World's Heavyweight Champion. I mean, maybe being a lackey for Ricky Cash seems to be a good way to go about things. And now look at this reversal again, and now targeting the arm of Brian Adams, and you can't fault that. I mean, that's a smart game plan by Reese Bobby to target the arm. If Reese Bobby can weaken the arm, that takes away the pay dirt and the muscle buster. But now Reese Bobby looking to do some damage with Brian Adams on the second rope here, and a stalling back suplex, folding Brian Adams up like an accordion. And again, back to that technical wrestling skill there by Reese Bobby as he goes for the cover, and Brian Adams able to get the shoulder up there. And a shoulder block knockdown. And Reese Bobby picking him up here. And oh wait, reversal there by Brian Adams, sending him back into the rope, and Brian Adams catching him there with a hip toss takeover. So Brian Adams will be defending his World's Heavyweight Championship against Ricky Cash, ladies and gentlemen, at Starrcade. And oh, what a chop to the chest there by the World's Heavyweight Champion. Oh, going for the stomp. Reese Bobby exiting outside the ring, and Reese Bobby now getting back inside and going right back into the waiting arms of the World's Heavyweight Champion. And Brian Adams picking him back up here. Oh, what a kick to the knee. Big forearm there by Brian Adams. Now Adams going for that bow and arrow submission. I believe I have it right this time. But nonetheless, Reese Bobby again reversing. And Reese Bobby again knowing where he was with the ring when that submission took place. Able to put his foot on the ropes to get out of it. And now you see Brian Adams clearly has his hand on the rope. But Reese Bobby holding because he has up to a 5 count before he has to let go. And again, Reese Bobby knowing where he is in the ring. Able to utilize moves and strategy like that. And now Reese Bobby going for that German suplex and absolutely folds up Brian Adams. Big impact there by Reese. Reese, you see now, is happy with his actions. And this crowd here in Japan certainly liking this matchup, as they love to see a good old-fashioned technical wrestling match. And now look at this here. Nice back suplex there by Reese Bobby, folding up Brian Adams. Brian Adams, the World's Heavyweight Champion, is in trouble right now. Reese Bobby is taking the fight to the World's Champ, and now he sends him to the outside of the ring, and Reese Bobby now meeting him. Said Reese Bobby, oh, big kick to the gut there. Oh, wait, oh, brass knucks on the outside of the ring. And how did referee Marty McFly not catch that? Referee Marty McFly with the brass knucks taking out Brian Adams on the outside of the ring. And now look at this, Reese Bobby may have just knocked out Brian Adams. The brass knucks right to the face. And oh, Brian Adams trying to reverse it, but now just gets knocked down with another German suplex. He is absolutely out. Reese Bobby may have just lit his show up there with that shot. And there's a knife hand chop. Oh, Brian Adams trying to fight back here. Brian Adams having a little bit of time to recuperate. Not enough, I think, to recover, but a nice back suplex there. Brian Adams now heading to the top rope, and this is not a smart move. You may be concussed after taking the brass knucks, but nonetheless, the high risk pays off for the World's Heavyweight Champion. And Adams now got him up here, and Adams going for a net breaker, and he does. Brian Adams able to hit the net breaker on Reese Bobby. And you see Brian Adams is definitely moving a lot slower after being hit in the face with those brass knucks. They are debilitating all those knuckles. A nice hip toss there by Adams. Adams now trying to fight back in some way possible, trying to get back in this matchup against Reese Bobby. And Reese Bobby able to duck the clothesline. Brian Adams making a lot of mistakes here as he runs right into a suplex again. Nice move by Reese Bobby. You see the eyes roll in the back of the head of Brian Adams. And like I said, he may be concussed from those brass knuckles. Oh, nice deep arm drag there by Reese Bobby. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And now Reese Bobby going for the back break, the bow and arrow submission. And again, knows he has up to a 5 count before he has to break the hold. And Reese Bobby very smart in the ring. And you know that Ricky Cash right now is backstage loving every minute of this. And now he goes for the full Nelson submission here of the Master Lock. You can take that the way you see it, have it the way you want it, as Reese Bobby now tries to make Brian Adams submit, but Brian Adams using his brute strength here, and look at the way how he just breaks the full Nelson. And again, I mean, he's still shaking up from that shot to the brass knucks, heading in different directions, still absolutely dazed. And Reese Bobby then fights back, but oh, Brian Adams able to reverse out of it, and a big shot there, big clothesline there by Brian Adams. And no matter how dazed you are, if you get hit with a clothesline that powerful, you will get knocked down. And now bouncing off the ropes, another clothesline there by Adams. And now Brian Adams has him. Oh, nice elbow to the face. Russian leg sweep taking down Reese Bobby. And Reese Bobby suddenly finds himself in trouble. Suddenly finds all his work he's done in this matchup slipping away from him. And now Brian Adams, oh, what a kick to the gut. Nice right hand there by Adams. Now has Reese Bobby in the headlock. And oh, what an uppercut there by Brian Adams. Big uppercut, and now beautiful move, Blue Thunder power bomb, and Brian Adams now picking Reese Bobby up. This crowd here in Japan now cheering for the World's Heavyweight Champion. Bryan Adams going to send him to the turnbuckle, ladies and gentlemen. And Bryan Adams has him up on the top rope. And you know what he's setting up for here. Bryan Adams, ladies and gentlemen, is looking to hit the Muscle Buster. And he connects on Reese Bobby, and Reese Bobby absolutely folded up and destroyed, going for the cover. And ladies and gentlemen, this one is academic. Bryan Adams is victorious. You cannot kick out from that Muscle Buster. I mean, maybe it was the emotion that Bryan Adams was going through that was able to help him pull through this match. But right there, that's a brass knuckle shot. That's a shot that had Bryan Adams dazed for this entire match. But Bryan Adams, again, able to fight back out, able to survive this contest, and then hit the Muscle Buster, and then went for the 1, 2, 3, and was able to pin Reese Bobby on this night. And now look at the referee, Marty McFly, holding his hand up high, and Bryan Adams pulling away. And like again, the emotion running high in Bryan Adams. His girlfriend was just destroyed by Helga. Currently, he is arguing with his best friend, Zack Ryder, and now he has to defend his World Championship at Starrcade. Bryan Adams is doing everything in his power to stay the champ, doing everything in his power to stay on top. I said you got idiots like Reese Bobby who's trying to stop him, idiots like Ricky Cash that's trying to stop him. Bryan Adams is going to have to do whatever it takes to stay on the top. And speaking of Ricky Cash, here he is with Chandrella Johnson in their privatized locker room. Yeah, you take that one the way you see it. Well, Ricky Cash doesn't seem to be worried. He's saying that his plan is unfolding the way he wants it to. And now he's seeing he's enjoying some pleasantries with Chandrella Johnson. And well, speaking of pleasantries that Chandrella's enjoyed, here's our ex-boyfriend Shaun Stevens, who will be defending his United States Championship against Tendanciz later tonight. And now here he is explaining exactly why he took out Helios Christ. Well, that makes sense there. Shaun Stevens wants Tendanciz one-on-one before Starrcade after Tendanciz attacked him. I mean, that's how much Stevens wants him. He's willing to put his US Championship on the line against him. This event Stevens was talking about is when he was sent to hell, ended up becoming Angel Blade. He was certainly a strange character during that time period. See, Shaun Stevens is getting more normal every day. And you said he was rambling off there, ladies and gentlemen, but Shaun Stevens is just happy to be US champion, happy to be normal again. But remember, stay tuned for WAR.